Hello Bookish friends, welcome to my first try a chapter video that I will do specifically for my Goodreads TBR challenge. In these try a chapter videos, I will choose 3 books from my Goodreads TBR and decide if I still want to read them or not. I will try to do those videos once every month. In today's video, I chose 3 first book in young adult fantasy series. Those books are the books that I put in the earlier dates that I started adding books to my Goodreads TBR. I will read 1 or 2 chapters from the books belonging to Shatter Me, The City of Brass, and Shadow and Bone series. The first book that I will try a chapter of is Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. I have heard mixed thoughts about this series, so I actually have no definite expectation about this one. So I listened to the 2 chapters of Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. The first chapter was too short to really understand what is happening and the writing style. In these chapters, we meet a girl who's in prison, and then a cellmate joins her, and that cellmate is a quite attractive young boy. I found the plot of the book quite interesting, but I was not a fan of the writing style. And now I will try a chapter of The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. I have heard quite good things about this series, so I'm a bit more optimistic about this series than the other 2. But of course, I have to read a chapter first to know if I'm right or wrong. I finished the first chapter of The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. The plot was very interesting. The story takes place in Cairo, in which a young girl is dealing with some clients as a healer. During one of her healing sessions, she encounters a girl who's thought to be possessed by a jinn. After the ceremony, she senses that something weird has happened. But I found the main character, Nahri, to be a bit arrogant and annoying. I have to say I didn't like her attitude towards Turkish society, although it takes place in a fictional world, obviously. The last book that I will try a chapter of is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Although Leigh Bardugo is very popular in the booktube community, I'm not sure if her content is good for me. I will also read Shadow and Bone from my Kindle. I read the first chapter of Shadow and Bone. In this chapter, 2 orphans are taken care by a duke in Russia, I think, in an orphanage, and they become fast friends and very attached to each other. 2 people come to visit the orphanage, and they said that they will test if they are Grisha or not. As far as I can understand, Grishas has talents that they can practice small science. I am very undecided as a first impression about both the writing style and the plot. It's time for me to decide if I will keep those books on my Goodreads TBR or not. For the first book that I've tried a chapter on, which was Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi, although the plot of the book seems quite interesting, I really could not stand the writing style. So it is definitely going to be taken out of my Goodreads TBR. Second book that I tried the chapter of was The City of Brass. I really did like the writing style of that book. It was very, very engaging, and also the descriptions were quite good. Main character Nahri was a bit annoying, but at the end of the first chapter, I was quite intrigued to know what would happen in the rest of the book. So I will keep The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty in my Goodreads TBR. Decisions about those two books were quite easy to make. However, when I think about Shadow and Bone, I was quite undecided. The concept of Grisha seems very, very interesting. However, I really couldn't decide about the writing style, and writing style is the most important thing when you're trying to grasp what is happening in a fantasy world. Since I have so many other fantasy series that I want to try and I might like, I've decided to take out Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo from my Goodreads TBR. But I'm not opposed to reading more mature works of Leigh Bardugo, because I have a feeling that her writing would have been better in her later works. So this was my thoughts about first chapters of 3 first books in young adult fantasy series that I put on my Goodreads TBR a very long time ago. Since I'm trying to reduce the number of books on my Goodreads TBR, I'm quite satisfied with the results. I will take out 2 from the TBR and keep 1, which was the only book that I was interested in finding out what would happen. So please comment down below. Have you read the series that I've tried the chapter of? If you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose bone. Bone means kemik in Turkish, and kemik is our Turkish word of the day. Have a good day.